and load. Allen Pass. It's the Allen Pass Show. Yeah. Where we lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Pass Show. Yeah. Where we lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Pass Show. Yeah. Where we lock and load. It's the Allen Pass Show. Yeah. Where we lock and load. Come on. Yeah.
What's up, people? We are here on a Sunday night, just reacting to the Bears game. A lot to discuss on the first game of the season. So I just want to know what y'all think, what y'all saw, how y'all feeling about the Bears, quarterback situation, Justin Fields sighting. A lot to discuss. Bears lose 34-14 in the first game. So y'all tell me y'all thoughts. I got some notes down myself that I took from the game, but how are you feeling as a Bears fan? And then if your favorite team played in today's game, we're going to be going around the league, just breaking down what we saw from the league, a couple of upsets, people who stood out in the first game. So are you feeling positive about your team, or are you feeling like crap like I am right now about our Bears? So let's break it down. Bears lose 34-14 in LA. I felt like they had some chances to stay in this game, but the secondary gave up some big plays, a turnover in the red zone by Andy Dalton after a tip ball. And after that, it was kind of the secondary is the worst, though. Then you got two fourth downs that the Bears went for that didn't go well, and it ended up in points for the Rams. So a few things. How y'all feeling about Matt Nagy as a coach? Because I think he made some questionable decisions. And we had a Justin Fields sighting. He scored a touchdown on a read option, and he ran it in. So that was exciting to see. But what is your takeaway from today's Bears game? Once again, they lose 34-14. Andy Dalton, I feel like he played decent, but he didn't scare nobody. A lot of dink and dunks, passes. Didn't really do a whole lot. Didn't go down the field. As we've seen the Rams have two big plays against our secondary, and it seems like the Bears are really missing Kyle Fuller right now. We had Jalen Johnson, who played well. Now he's the number one corner. But these other guys out there, listen, I don't think they're ready. And because of the mismanagement in the front office, we had to let go Kyle Fuller, who was our number one corner. And in his first game, you've seen the effects of Kyle Fuller not being with the team. It was bad. Two big plays. The first one, somebody I think just got burned. The second one was like a blown coverage. And it was bad. It was bad, man. So y'all comment. Tell me y'all thoughts about the game. What did y'all take from it? Like I said, I got my notes. Arch Ferg said, I'll be surprised if Nagy not fired. So, Ferg, do you think he's going to be fired in season, or will they wait till after the season? I think what will happen is he would get fired once they're completely out of the picture. They might just fire him to get the start up on a new coach, so to get it started. But I think he's going to last until they're completely at least out of the playoff picture. Then sometimes teams just like to wait to the end of the season altogether, then fire the guy and go for the next one. So Ferg thinks Nagy needs to be fired. I'm gonna bring in the original NFL brat. She just getting settled in her place of rest right now. So we're gonna see if she got any thoughts on the Bears game. Plus, she's gonna anything that she saw with the football weekend. We're gonna get her thoughts on that. But before we get to you, Rhonda, I'm just going to read a few comments. Maurice Tisby says they are who we thought they were. First of all, before Maurice comment on our Bears, let's not forget he's a Cowboys fan. Okay? Yes. Okay. So first of all, comment on your Cowboys, brother. Let's do that first before you start talking about our Bears. Okay?
Right. Talk about
because the champs put it on y'all, especially on y'all defense. Y'all defense still the same old defense. So let's get that out the way before you talk about our Bears, Mr. Tisby. Just want to put that out there. Them Cowboys is still the same old Cowboys. All right, now moving on. Oxford says, I miss Fuller too. Like I said, yeah, we definitely missing Kyle Fuller. So Rhonda, did you just getting in? Did you see any of the game? I know you seen the highlight of Justin Fields running in. I know that did something for you as a Ohio State fan. What do you thought about the touchdown, and did you see any of the game?
Okay, the Buckeyes, we needed something. We needed something this weekend. So thank you, Justin Fields. I have seen absolutely nothing. I literally, I drove in. I was on I-65. It was dark. I couldn't watch it, and someone called me and was talking to me, so I couldn't even listen to the game. So I'm rushing upstairs from my hotel room. I park, I get to my room, and as soon as I get to my room, I see Justin go into the end zone, and he go on the sidelines, and then I see Andy Dalton with that fabulous hair congratulate him, and then I start texting you.
Yeah.
So now it's like I'm trying to watch NFL final and find out what happened. Was he in as a quarterback? What? Somebody fill me in. What happened?
So what happened was the Bears was bringing them in for like packages. Okay. They're bringing them in here and there, and I like what they did. I'm glad that they gave him a chance, an opportunity to get some live action. In the first half, I didn't like the way they brought him in because it was like Andy Dalton was getting a little rhythm, and then they'll bring him out and bring Justin Fields in. And I'm like,
here we go.
Yeah, and I like bringing Fields in, but bring him in a red zone where now the defense have to think about him as a running threat. You know what I mean? And right. I just think Nagy didn't do it well. I like the idea of bringing him in for some packages here and there, especially in the red zone, to give the defense a different look. But don't take Dalton out when he's just getting into a rhythm, completing a few passes, and now you throw him off by taking him out. So James Hudson says, we have all this speed. Where was the deep ball? That's a great comment, man. And that's my issue. They got Marcus Goodwin. They brought him in for speed. I think Demetrius Byrd, last name Byrd, he's supposed to have speed. And they took no shots down the field. I know they were scared about the pass rush of Aaron Donald and the defense of the Rams, but you got to keep them honest. Take a deep shot just to back them up a little bit. That's a great comment by James Hudson, man. No deep balls, and we supposed to got these free agents for speed. But Rhonda, did you see any of the game, or you just saw the highlights?
I just saw that, and then I literally walked in on that, and at that point it was like 1 minute, 4 seconds left to go in the game, and they were closing out. I do apologize. I have no more to offer. Catch me Tuesday, I'll be updated on everything. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna be very honest. I was kind of in a moratorium because Saturday was really rough for me. Yeah. So I'm just trying to, get over what happened in Columbus. And so the fact that I had to travel all day for work today didn't really disappoint me too much because I wasn't ready for football today.
I know that you're struggling with the Buckeyes getting upset. I know that was a tough one. I seen your post on Facebook. I seen how distraught you was. That's going to be tough. They'll be able to rebound. But I want to get back to these comments. Right. Maurice Tisby says the champs only won by 2. But it don't matter. It's a loss. It's an L.
Right. There are no moral victories in football. This is the thing. I'm not going to say, look, everyone was surprised at Dak. And I don't understand what you were surprised back. He came back. He managed the game. He didn't lose the game, but he didn't win it. And that's what he's always done.
Right. And
he's not going to be able to do that twice this year to Washington. And he's not going to be able to do that twice to Washington this year.
He say way closer than what we saw tonight. Rhonda, is it L's on both sides, or because the Cowboys only lost by 2 that they get a half a win? You tell me, because maybe I might be wrong.
I don't know, because I don't think it works that way. If it does, then there's a lot of people. We should have half wins. So is it a 0.5?
Right.
Oh, they don't do that. Okay.
Hey, everybody who's watching, do the Cowboys get a third of a win because they only lost by 2? Or is it an L, just like the Bears caught an L tonight? Y'all tell me, since we got Cowboys on the comments talking about team only lost by 2 points.
And since everybody wants to talk about their team, I'm looking at replays. My team beat New England today.
Okay, let's talk about it. She's a Dolphins fan. Your Dolphins pulled out a 17-16 victory. And I want to say this.
Is that a win though, or is it just not kind of a win?
That's a real win. That's a real win.
I want to
kudos to you. Kudos to you. It was a real win. I want to say this. There was a lot of hype with Mac Jones after the preseason. Oh, Mac Jones, the next coming. Oh, the next dynasty getting started in New England. Mac Jones beat out Cam Newton, this, that, and the other, and they took an L. They took an L to the Dolphins. So let's stop it with the Mac Jones, man. Dude might be a nice player, but don't put him in the Hall of Fame just yet. Arch Manning says no moral victories, a straight L. So Mr. Tisby, that brother said the Cowboys caught that L, no moral victories. So get up off that nonsense talking about our Bears when your team lost too, brother. Washington didn't impress today if you all were watching. Yeah, Washington got a lot of hype with their defense. They took an L today. We're going to go through all the games and pull up all the scores. Jason Anderson says, I'm not worried about it before to be a loss with the backup. It's not like that anymore, Fields. Comment kind of choppy. Say it again, man, with some complete sentences, brother, so I can get exactly what you're saying. Okay, we got you back, Rhonda.
Okay.
Maurice says stronger than the Bears. What are you talking about? It's 2 L's. It's 2 L's. What are you talking about, brother?
0-1. When they put everything together tomorrow, it's going to be 0-1.
Thank you.
It's not going to be like, oh, well, they almost beat Tom Brady. And you need to worry about you. You need to focus on what you're going to do with that defense with the football team. Is that what they call now? The football team? With the football team. Because you're not going to beat them twice this year while you're talking.
Yeah, Arch Ferguson said restop. So we got people saying stop it, Maurice. We got people calling you out, brother. He said stop. He said stop. So listen, y'all share this live so y'all people can see it. They can react to the Bears game and around the NFL. They can comment. We're going to post these comments. Let's go ahead and go around the NFL. I'm not going to be with you all long. Brother does have to get up in the morning, but we just giving y'all a reaction Sunday after the game and around the NFL. I'm going to pull up these scores and we just going to break it down a little bit. First score we got is Texans beat the Jaguars. I talked about Tyrod Taylor stepping in for Deshaun Watson. He put up some good numbers today and did his thing, man. So kudos to Tyrod Taylor. I felt like he got a raw deal in with the Chargers when Justin Herbert came in. Justin Herbert played well, but I feel like because he got injured, he didn't get a real opportunity. So I'm glad for him to get an opportunity in Houston. He played well, got him a victory. So kudos to the Texans and Trevor Lawrence. I don't think he looked that great. So good job for Houston.
Because I've always said the Bears still got the best quarterback in the draft. So we'll just let the season pan out and see.
Right. Maurice Tisby, here you go again. You try to make it sound like they blasted Dallas. Our defense showed up. Where was the Bears defense? How did they show up when they gave up? How many points? How many points did Dallas give up?
The 35.
I got Tom Brady on my fantasy team, and he put up over 27 points. So apparently he did good against that defense last time.
Too.
so stop it, make it seem like your defense showed up, brother. It was a close game. The defense didn't do it. Dak, coming off injury, played well to keep y'all in the game. So stop it with the defense, brother. Stop it. Okay. All right. Moving on. Let's see. The Browns lost to the Chiefs. I think they was leading majority of that game, and they couldn't finish. Patrick Mahomes did Patrick Mahomes things.
They almost won, right?
Yes, that's another almost. That's another almost. But
okay,
that Chiefs offense, Arch Ferguson said y'all D was 2 points short. There you go. Talking about that Dallas again. The Dolphins once again we mentioned that they beat the Patriots. Good job, Dolphins. Tua got a W. I want to talk about this game because I called this game. I told my boy Whit at work. I said, listen. I said the Saints is going to beat the Packers game one. That was before the hurricane happened, right? I was like, listen, they're going to be playing at home. They're going to be jacked up. Yeah. Saints still got a good defense. And I said, they're going to beat the Packers. I said, bet $5. He bet me $5. I want my $5.
Right. Give me $5. I'm so proud of Jameson. I'm so happy for him. I feel like this game really kind of gets a monkey off of his back, gets a stick, because everybody was really kind of doubting him when they named him as QB1. you know, and it's like I'm really, really excited to see. I'm just excited to see him operate within his talent with no mess. So
Yeah.
I'm happy about that one.
He got some weapons around him, got him a good coach and Sean Payton. So Jameis might be like a comeback player of the year or something, man. So look out for the Saints. Like I said, I called this game. I said the Packers will go down. And I had people on Facebook talking about it looked like Aaron Rodgers was throwing the game. That's how bad he was playing. Because you know he had all the offseason nonsense going on. They said it looked like he was out there just throwing the ball. I seen one play where he threw the ball down the field and it had no chance of being completed. Like it was a deep pass and the safety just easily, casually went over there and intercepted the ball. It was something that Aaron Rodgers normally don't do.
Now, didn't they let his left tackle go?
No, Bakhtiari, I think he's injured.
Okay.
He's injured.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, he's injured. Okay. Because I knew it was something going on with his left tackle, so I was wondering, or I thought it was something going on. Oh no, his center. He has a rookie center. He has a rookie center right now.
Yeah.
Because they let his center go. Yeah. Because they were wondering how all that was going to pan out with him.
Yeah.
You know, he fought to get the guy on offense, or one of the guys on offense that he wanted, but they let his center go. That's who it was. Okay, go on.
Broncos beat the Giants. Teddy Bridgewater played well. So listen, Vic Fangio always gonna have a good defense. I hate that he's not with the Bears no more, but you know that defense is gonna come to play all the time. All they need was a game manager like Teddy. Broncos might make some noise this year. They got somebody that can take care of the ball. So Teddy Bridgewater played well. They beat the Giants 27-13. Arch Ferguson says, Ron, to talk your football. So there you go. You got some love out there, Ron. You got some love. I want to get to it.
That's another quarterback. That's another one of our older quarterbacks that was in different systems and is coming through. Remember when Breeze was out for those games, and I think out for like 6 games, and like 5 out of 6, I believe he won. Breeze came back. You know, he took a back seat, and everyone was like, it's time for him to get his own team. Let Broncos be his team and they were like, oh, he's just going to be like another Peyton Manning. No, Bridgewater won that game today. Okay.
Yeah. Eagles beat the Falcons. Jalen Hurts played some good ball, man. I don't know why it took him so much to get that starting job when he was playing well at the end of the season last year. But that brother looking good, put up some good numbers. Devontae Smith, the rookie from Alabama, the wide receiver, he out there balling with the Eagles. So good game for Jalen Hurts. I don't know what's going on with the Falcons. It might be time for Matt Ryan to get on the out of there.
Matty Ice might need to hang up them cleats.
Matty Ice is not looking good. It's not looking good. Upset alert. The Steelers beat the Bills. Everybody was on the Bills bandwagon.
Why?
And Ben is still in the building. So, hey.
And their defense is still in the building.
There you go.
That boy TJ.
Yes.
TJ showed them why he's the highest paid defensive player in the league.
He definitely just got that new bag. TJ Watt in that defense shut down the Bills for 16 points. Yes. Maurice Tisby says Matt Ryan is done. Yeah, man, it's looking pretty bad for that brother, man. He might have to get on up out of there. Arch Ferguson
started agreeing with us, baby. Okay, go on.
Right. Arch Ferg said the Steelers showed up. Yeah, man. You know, a lot of people was thinking that the Steelers were on their way down. Because of how they ended the year last year. They started off like 11-0. I think ended like 11-5. And I think it was like a first round exit. So they was low on the Steelers. But the Steelers, listen, they healthy. Big Ben is healthy. That defense showed up, man. And they put it on the Bills, man. So kudos to them. Mike Tomlin, always a good coach. Got them boys ready to play.
That's right.
The Bengals beat the Vikings. That's good for our division. Joe Burrow out there doing his thing.
Yes. He
Jamar
made a little
Chase
connection with his old receiver too, I heard.
Yes. So Bengals get them a W over the Vikings. Let's see, Maurice Tisby. We could see a Cam Newton sighting in Atlanta or Washington at some point this season. I think more Washington than Atlanta because Fitzpatrick got injured. So
that's right, because his old coach is at Washington.
Yes, Ron Rivera. So yes, that's a good comment, Maurice. That's a good observation about the Washington. I could definitely see Cam in Washington. Arch says, is Arizona for real? They whooped on the Titans 38-13. The Titans that got Super Bowl aspirations, and the Cardinals put it on them. Kyler Murray out there looking good. Rhonda, do you think? Let's give an overreaction Sunday. Are the Cardinals for real or a fraud? Which one are they right now? Call it right now after game one.
They looked kind of real.
Remember, they got J.J. Watt, A.J. Green, some new toys.
I feel like I'm going to put it more on the defense because, I'm not particularly crazy about their quarterback.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with the defense because I love the Watt brothers. The Watt brothers can't do nothing wrong with me. So I like that system. I feel like their defense looked really well, but it appears that Kyler Murray was a part of a very strong part of also winning that game because their defense kept the Titans down. I don't know. I heard they were like double, triple teaming Derrick Henry because Derrick Henry's on my fantasy team and it was destroying me. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened. But he still scored 38 points.
I ain't see a lot of the game, but I can imagine they had a lot of 8-man fronts.
Right.
And I seen that Chris Jones, I think, had like 5 sacks for the Cardinals. So he was out there doing work.
Right. And
Chris Jones out there doing work.
That's like I said, that's this is what they wanted, Kyler to do. I feel like their offensive line stepped up a lot better than it was in this game that we saw. I hate calling what's going to be happening in February and in September. Like, I hate that. Like, Dak had a good game. Now all of a sudden Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. Hey, pump your brakes.
Right.
It's a whole lot of football to play in the next 3 months. So
for sure. 49ers beat the Lions 41-33. The 49ers was blowing the Lions out, and then the Lions made it close at the end. I think the 49ers is going to be a problem this year.
Okay, who did they do a combo?
Garoppolo, as long as he don't turn the ball over, I always like their defense. Okay. And I think they're a very physical football team. So I think they're going to be a problem. That NFC West is loaded.
Yeah.
The 49ers, you see what the Cardinals did today, Seattle and the Rams. All the teams won today.
Yeah, so, Dangerous is not going nowhere.
That might be the best division in football.
Yep.
So, and then the Seahawks beat the Colts. Seahawks, I seen Russ balling out. Russell Wilson got off to a great start last year. He was in the MVP conversation, and he looked like he's getting off to another good start this year. Seen him throw some deep balls to Tyler Lockett, and he was doing his thing, man. So that was just.
I want to say something real quick about Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
How he factors in the Colts is going to let you know why the Eagles made the right decision. Because to me, he looks like the same old Wentz. You see how some of these other quarterbacks have gone to other teams, and we're seeing, some other, different little things. But Matt Stafford. I mean, did you see him? He looked good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm just saying Carson Wentz looks like Carson Wentz. I don't see any. I don't see him. I don't see him turning into something other than what he's always been. So that's not going to be good for the Colts moving forward.
I think he played decent. I can't remember his numbers right off the top, but I think that defense just got shredded by Russell Wilson. The Seahawks put up 28 points, and Indianapolis defense was great last year. So I don't know what happened in this game. Was it just a Russell Wilson effect? But that defense got shredded by the Seahawks.
Why didn't these boys in the secondary touch him when he was down? I'm watching.
They're talking about the Bears, right?
Right.
Listen, me and my guys was texting. Eddie Jackson has been playing horrible ever since he got that new contract from the Bears. Eddie Jackson been playing horrible. I don't know. He got his money, and now he just started doing stupid stuff. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Don't make sense. But I'm looking at the numbers for the Seahawks and Colts. Wentz 25 for 38 for 251 and 2 touchdowns. He didn't throw no interceptions. So that's a decent game.
Yeah, that's a decent game. He didn't win it for him. He didn't win it for him.
Right.
That's been my new thing about when I'm watching quarterbacks, that they're not losing it, but they're not winning it either.
But I put it on the defense. When Russell Wilson go 18 for 23, 254 for 4 touchdowns. Yeah. Running back gets 91 yards on the ground. Lockett 4 receptions for 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. That sounds like the defense to me.
Right, exactly. I'm seeing the highlights from the Bears game.
Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah. So let me go back to my notes because there's a few things I want to talk about, Rhonda, with the Bears. So I'm gonna go over my notes and I'm gonna tell you the things that irked me.
Okay.
And Andy Dalton had a interception in the red zone. The Bears is on a move, about to score, got a tip ball, interception in the red zone. We can't have that. We don't have a good enough team to have mistakes like that in the red zone.
Right.
Can't happen. So then 2 failed 4th down attempts in the Rams territory, which gave them good field position, and then they end up scoring points off of it. I think it was only 6 points. But when you go for it 2 times, when you could have punted and played field position, instead you go for it on 4th down twice, you don't convert. The Rams get the ball in good field position, go down and you give away 6 points.
Right.
There's no reason to go for it twice in that situation when you supposed to have a good defense. You could have pinned them back, close to their end zone and play good defense. That's one of the coaching things that made me mad. The secondary was trash. As I said, they got burned on 2 big plays.
That's all I saw just now was them the secondary like non-existent. They look like the Ohio State secondary.
So I got a question for you, Rhonda, because I had this in my notes too. I was getting to this and Arch got to it before I got to it. He says, how long should Fields sit? So before you answer, Ferg, I want to ask you, how do you feel Andy Dalton played? Because in my opinion, he played decent. He didn't play horrible, but he ain't do nothing to excite me as well. Like he didn't like you was talking about earlier, Rhonda, like he didn't do anything to win the game, but I don't feel like he lost it either.
Right.
He didn't do nothing to win. So
I think it's hard right now. And I love Justin. Yeah. I think it's very hard right now on this particular game to judge Andy Dalton and I'm going to say that because you do have to realize the defense they played. Right. Actually, the defense that I have on my fantasy team, right. But there you are talking about the Rams.
Yeah,
like, you're not. It's not like if he had a game like that against Detroit or if he had a game like that against Minnesota. Like some of our are not high, defensive teams, I would say boo, boo, boo. But I want them to let Andy Dalton ride it out the best that they can. And, because I don't think they should have took Trubisky out when they did. Like right. He had won 6 fucking. I'm sorry. He had won 6 games.
Go ahead. Finish it up.
He had won 6 games. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they. So I think that they need to just pump the brakes. I feel like that Justin is ready to play. And the reason why is because I think one of the actual comments that Justin made after the first preseason game, it didn't seem quite as fast as everyone kept making him afraid that it was going to be because he was practicing against his number 1 defense in the Bears. He was practicing against the Bears. That's who he was practicing against. So he was ready for that. So I think that he's ready, but I want them to truly exhaust it because I don't want them to get in a desperate situation and put Fields in and he's not 110% the choice that they want to make. Now I think he's going to get in a lot sooner than we think, only because the Chicago Bear fans are not going to allow it, and Nagy is trying to keep his job.
So that's a good point. And I'm gonna say this. after watching this game, this is the fear that I'm getting from what the Bears are doing. And Arch, I hope you see where I'm coming from. It seems like they don't think he's ready to read defenses all the way yet. Because if you only putting them in for certain packages, plays you think he feel comfortable in, that means you don't think he's ready to process all the different things that come into running the whole offense. So I think they're waiting. I'm looking at the schedule now, and I think if the Bears are not in a good position, win-loss record by the fourth game against the Detroit Lions, I think that's where they'll put him in. Because I would say this. I think they're gonna leave Dalton in against his former team. That's a good storyline, and I think it's a weaker defense. I think the Browns is going to be tough, so I think they're going to keep him out of that game. But I think that Lions game, if the Bears are somehow 0-3, it's definitely going to be time for Justin. That's going to be his first start, and it's going to be at home. And it's going to be at home.
Most definitely, if they get into conference play and they're 0-3,
yes.
They're definitely going to have to put them in. They're not going to have a choice. If they go into conference play 2-1, we don't know. But if they go into conference play 0-3, right. Most definitely. And, right. I'm not looking at the schedule. And once you mention that schedule, they're not going to go into conference play with him. If they're 0-3 when they get to Detroit, they're not going to risk it.
And it's a home game. He don't have to deal with the crowd noise and nothing like that.
Right. And Detroit is looking good. I mean, they're looking a little good. I'm not, and I'm just going from the highlights or what, so it's whatever, but they're not looking trash. So right. But they're not going to go into that game. They're not in there. It just depends on what he's doing at that time. So,
right. Erica Richardson says, so when is Nagy time's up? I think we addressed it earlier, but I'll say it again. I think Nagy won't get fired unless the Bears are completely out of the playoff picture or at the end of the season. Either they're out of the playoff picture completely and the season is over and they want to go ahead and start to search for the new head coach, or they're going to wait to the end of the season. Sometimes teams just want to wait to the end of the season to fire a coach. So that's my opinion. My bad, just joined. I'm just glad you joined the show. It don't matter when you got in. If we got to go over a few things, I just appreciate you joining in with your questions and your comments. That was a great question, by the way, because I had some issues with how he coached this game. This is another thing that messed with me, Rhonda. He went for it on 4th and 15 with 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go. You could have cut the game down to 10 points. And he felt like they had a chance to make a 4th and 15 because he wanted to score a touchdown. Make it a 10-score game, play defense, and wait until the clock is completely against you where you don't know what happened. You might get a turnover, anything.
There's too much time for you to do that. His decision making is always going to be in question, and his decision making is not ever one of those things where somebody says, "Oh, well, if it would have worked, he would have been a genius." No, not really, because if it would have worked, he just would have got a field goal. That doesn't make him a freaking genius. That just, you know what I'm saying? That just makes it, oh, okay, that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? That don't make him a genius.
Art Ferg says, that's why I think he'll be fired. I think he's talking about the play that I'm talking about when he went for it on 4th and 15. It's just ridiculous, man. It doesn't make any sense. And if we can know that as viewers, how can't you know that as a head coach? How can we manage the game sitting on the couch? Maybe because we're not in the line of fire. Maybe it's something different. I don't know.
It's not that. It's 4th and 15.
Right.
It's 4th and 15. No.
Yeah.
No. And then the one you said one of the plays, it was 4th and 10. Was that the same one we had 10 minutes left on the clock?
No, that was a separate one. So actually it was three fourth down attempts that he missed. The first two was 4th down in shorts, like 4th and 2, 4th and 4, something like that. They didn't convert, which I think he could have punted and pinned the Rams back deep in their own territory. It's just bad coaching on so many levels, man. It's bad. Erica Richard says, my hub said, is Nagy a head coach though? Yes, he is a head coach. Well, he came from the Kansas City Chiefs as an assistant, and he got promoted with the Bears as a head coach. So that's how a lot of things go in the NFL. They see it. They think coordinators they think can make a good head coach. The Bears thought he would make a good head coach. And I don't think he's a horrible head coach, but he's just not a good head coach.
Right. Yeah. He's
not a good manager. He's not good a manager of time, situation, all those type of things. And I just hate it because they drafted Justin Fields, and if things don't go well, he's going to have a new head coach next year.
Right. And here we go.
Exactly.
That's always, that when you think about Baker would have four coaches in 3 years or something crazy like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's coming together a little bit better with Stefanski, but it's like you can't. You got to give them some type of consistency. You got to give them some continuity of a relationship with their head coach, with their, because it's going to be a whole new regime. It's not like, you fire the head coach and the coordinator stays,
and it's probably going to be a whole new offense that he's going to have to learn already. And it's like, man, that's not a good start. The Bears already haven't had a good quarterback in decades. And then when I feel like we finally got one, and now we got to deal with the head coach not knowing how.
And then when he's not successful, it's going to be about him.
Right.
It's not going to be about the fact that, well, he done took all this time to learn this offense, and now you got a whole nother offense in. It's not going to be about that.
Right.
It's going to be it won't be about that. It'll be about that's what is irritating. That's what's irritating, because it won't be about what it's really about. It's going to be on him, and that's what irritates me, because that's how they do quarterbacks. They really do. So
Demetrius Peterson says, I'm just here to scout out this year's competition. What you talking about, the Raiders with your fantasy team or what?
And come on.
Erica Richardson says, of course, shift the blame.
Right.
Definitely. Art Ferg said Fields' play will only save Nagy's job. That's another thing. That's another reason to put him in.
Yeah.
He probably can save your job, because we know Andy Dalton ain't gonna cut it. That's a great comment, Arch. Great comment, bro. Justin Fields possibly can save his job. Mm-hmm. Real talk. Last thing I want to get to before we get on up out of here. What did the wives do during football? I know Rhonda and Erica seem like y'all are into football. Y'all was right at the TV looking at the football. But for the women who not into football, what did you do with the time away from your significant others? Did you have a show to watch, or did you get on the phone and gossip with your friends? What did the wives that's not into football do with their time? Ferg, Arch, what did your wife do with the time you was watching football? Did she watch the game with you, or did she go do something else? Maurice, what did your wife do? Arch Ferg says, I think the Raiders will do decent. So he think the Raiders are going to be okay this year. Okay. So yeah, I'm just interested in Archberg says sleep on the couch. So she was out of there. So did she go to sleep as soon as the Bears game came on? Did she just get on up out of there? She just went to sleep. She was like, all right.
Did she watch the game with you, or she went to sleep?
No, she's upstairs. I don't know. Probably getting ready for work tomorrow or something. I don't know. Yeah, Maurice said she was shopping. I was good. So she was out there spending that bread while you was watching the game. All right. Okay. So the women out there spending money while that they probably can get away with spending all the money they want while we watching the game.
Man. I gotta figure out how to tweak that during basketball season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you want me to leave you alone so you can watch this game, I'm gonna need that card. There you go.
Right.
Yeah. Bless your ministry, baby. Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna leave you alone now.
Hey, Archberg says, yeah, as soon as it came on, said she was out of there. All right. She was like, I can get me some good sleep in. Leave me alone. Hey, listen, y'all. Hey, I need y'all to subscribe to our YouTube page. Let's get these numbers up, y'all. Look up Allen Pals on YouTube. Subscribe for me. So we get these numbers up, get these YouTube numbers up. Like, if you like the show, y'all review our Facebook page. Tell me what you like, what you don't like, all that good stuff. Follow us on Instagram. It's always we always got some content on Instagram, and we on TikTok getting clips. You know, that's the microwave app right there, the TikTok. So we put the best clips and all that good stuff on the show. So check out the TikTok. And listen, we always got merch. Baseball season is going on. We got baseball jerseys. Basketball season coming up. We got Allen Powell basketball jerseys. Of course, we got the shirts, glitter for the ladies. We got tank top for the ladies. We got jackets. The fall season is here. We got hoodies. Don't miss out. If you love the show, if you like the show, or you want to rep it, message me, order your merch. It's always on deck. We appreciate all the love and support for the Allen Powells. If you know somebody that got a business, they want to advertise an event, a business, anything they got going on, they can message me. We can have an interview and they can promote their product, their event, anything they got going on. If you know somebody that's trying to promote their product or business, all that type of stuff. So, hey, I appreciate Archberg says I already subscribed. Appreciate you, brother. Get the fam to subscribe, man. Tell the fam to subscribe. You know, look out for I appreciate you, brother. Get the fam to subscribe if you can, man. I appreciate you though, bro. Rhonda, thank you for coming on.
No problem.
Your service was great. The clarity was great.
I'm on my phone. Can you believe it?
Listen, we might need to do the phone from now on. Wherever you were standing at, you're gonna stand there every time you come back on. You stand in that same position. Okay.
I sure will, hon.
All right. So listen, we about to get up out of here. I appreciate all of y'all. We'll see y'all Tuesday. All right. And we out of here.
I'll see you guys.
Lock and load, Allen Powell. It's the Allen Powell Show. But we lock and load. Come on.